I am all hyped up on coffee, can you tell? I'm sorry, I just been drinking a little bit too much coffee this morning and I am now hyped up. And I'm sorry for the bad lighting, I have been trying my best to fix it, but you know, I am not a weather god, so I cannot fix the weather. But if the lighting goes like this, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. But to the point, today we are talking about the first season of True Detective because oh my god, I finished that a few days ago. I can't stop thinking about it. So I thought, you know what, we're going to do a series review of it. So let's get started. So for you guys that don't know, True Detective is basically about two detectives that are reminiscing about a case that they had in 1995 and also talk about the relationship they had with one another, and it's just amazing. That synopsis is probably the worst synopsis of a show ever, but it's so amazingly good. Not even joking. I'm not the biggest fan of crime dramas or anything like that, but oh my god, this show, dude, watch it. Just watch it. That's all I can say. Just watch it. My favorite thing about the show is definitely the characters of Rust and Marty, who are played by Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. They are so flawed and so imperfect. They are so good, and Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson does amazing jobs portraying these characters. They are amazing together. They are amazing when they are on their own. I'm sorry for everything bad I have ever said about those two people because they are amazing in this show, and I am a little bit sad about the fact that they are switching to other characters and other actors in season 2, but you know what? Maybe that will be as badass and as amazing as this one. We don't know, but I'm not gonna judge that before I have seen it. The characters in the show is so good. They are so well thought out. They are all very different from one another. There's not one single character in this show that are similar to another character, which just makes it all so much better. There are some people or some characters that are a bit stereotypical, I guess, but they are still their own character. I'm just making this all so complicated. They are all very good characters, even the bad ones are good because they are so well written. Let's move on from that, okay? This show is very, very gritty. It's beautifully shot. It is beautiful in its own way. It's very disturbing from time to time because of the fact it's a crime drama, so it's going to be like crime scenes and it's going to be blood and shooting. It's a lot of like heavy things and themes. The music that they use in the show are great. I have tried to find all the songs so I can listen to them now afterwards because it's just amazing. And the intro to this show, probably my favorite intro to a show ever. So beautiful. I'm not even joking. And the song with all those beautiful images, it's taking my breath away. I also like the fact that they are going back and forth in time, like not literally like time traveling, but they are reminiscing about an old case, so therefore they are one moment in 2014 and one moment they are in 1995, and I just really like that for some reason, and just really just see the things that they lie about and the things that they did and the things that they didn't do and the things they should have done and the things that they did but shouldn't have done. It's such a great way of telling a story, and it's such a unique way. I feel like the way that they did it, it's not unique to, like, you know, have flashbacks. It's not flashbacks because most of it are actually set in 1995 or 2002, which is also a time period that they kinda are in a little bit. The way that they do it are so unique and it's really well made, and I just really enjoy it for some reason. The bad guy in this show is awful and great at the same time. Like, he's an awful human being, but as I said before, he is so well written, and he's just the actor who plays him. I'm not gonna like spoil anything for you, but the actor who plays him is just amazing in this show. He is so good, and my favorite episode is probably the last one because it has such a climax and it's just really living up to the rest of the show, and it just really shows where the character has been going for all of this time. The few bad things I have about the show is that it is from time to time a little bit hard to follow. Maybe it's just me that aren't used to this kind of shows that have a hard time following it, I don't know, but sometimes it is hard to follow and kind of figure out why they're doing the things that they're doing. Sometimes I was watching it, I was like, why are we doing this? What? And like 10 minutes later I was like, ah, that's why we did it. Okay, I'm on board now. And then you kind of get a grip of it and you're back in the show. Maybe it's just me that feels that way because I'm a little bit slow from time to time, but it also has a lot of names in it, especially last names, and I had a problem from time to time catching who was who. And you're like, who was that? Yeah, you were related to that one or that one? Well, I don't really... How are you connected to all of this? But it kind of had a little bit of connection to the hard to follow part. But it was a lot of names, and the last few episodes I was just really confused of what the characters were talking about and who they were talking about, and it just kind of dawned on me that I should have paid more attention than I did. But I got a grip of it after a while, so I'm happy about that. I got the end. I understood the end and how they got there, and I'm happy about that. Another thing is the fact that it's an HBO show. And for you guys that don't know what it means to be an HBO show, it's just basically, it's a lot of sex, a lot of nudity, language, like bad language, maybe a little bit of disturbing images from time to time. It has very heavy subjects like prostitution is in it. They have like drug use and stuff like that, and a lot of other subjects that I don't want to tell you because it would be ruining the show. It would be spoilers for the show, and I don't want to do that. But I know that not everybody would be able to watch the show. If you do not like other HBO shows like Game of Thrones, True Blood, you will probably not like this show either because of the fact that they have the same kind of themes in them. Not all of them, of course, but some of them are very similar to the other HBO shows, like the nudity and language and all that stuff. So that might be a problem for some people. It's not for me. I love HBO shows. I think that they are so raw and so well made. When I heard that HBO were doing this, I was like, yes! Yes, this is gonna be awesome. No, I didn't actually think that, but when I had watched a few episodes of it, I was like, I'm very happy about the fact that HBO is doing this, because it would kind of be boring without all of the other things that are elements in HBO shows. Now I'm just rambling about HBO, I'm sorry. Just thought I was gonna bring that up. So basically, I am in love with this show. I will probably rewatch it before I watch the second season. And I want it right now. I want the second season right now. As a conclusion, Matthew McConaughey was amazing. Woody Harrelson was amazing. The characters were so flawed and so great and so bad at the same time. The shots were beautiful. The music was great. The intro was beautifully made. I don't know why I said it like that, but I did. I'm sorry. It is hard to follow it from time to time, I feel personally. It is a lot of names, so you really have to pay attention. It's like Game of Thrones. You can't really look down or look away from it because you will miss like a very important plot point that will be very important later on in the show. Pay attention. That's all I'm saying. Pay attention to the show. And somebody is mowing our lawn on the other side of that door. Well, on the other side of the house. You probably can't hear that, and now it's gone. Magic. What am my hand doing? But anyways, have you seen True Detective Season 1? What did you think about it? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Tell me all about it in the comment section below. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Be kind to one another and yourself, and I'm sorry for the bad lighting, but I can't do anything about it, so may the force be with you. Bye.